Hey there, I'm Benjamin. I'm a realtor here in Dallas, Texas. And the title of this video is, should I get my real estate license for my next side hustle? If you're looking to replace your W-2 income or make money on the side, maybe you're a part-timer, maybe you're in school, whatever your situation is, I truly believe, spoiler alert, that real estate is a great industry to get into. I truly believe that there is something for everyone in real estate. It's always growing. But there are certainly pros and cons to real estate, and depending on your situation, your goals, your interests, it may or may not align with those. My hope is that by the end of this video, you have a much better idea of if real estate is right for you and what to do once you get your license. The first con of getting your real estate license is there are startup costs. If you're looking for a side hustle that's free to start and doesn't require a lot of time up front, then this might not be right for you. We're talking about $1,300 is what I spent to get my license and a few months of doing coursework. On that note, it takes a lot of time and effort once you get your license to be a great real estate agent. It also takes a little bit of time to scale up your income. If you go your typical sales agent route or you're starting your own business as a property manager, then it can be very slow at first. So if you need a side hustle that puts money in your pocket right now, then this might not be right for you. There's a pretty common saying out there that 90% of agents suck and that the other 10% are dominating doing all the sales volume. And in my experience, that's mostly true. So the good news is it doesn't take a lot to be a good agent and make it into that 10%. The bad news is there's a lot of competition. I mean, think about it. Everyone and their mother is a real estate agent. It doesn't take that much in the grand scheme of things to become an agent and get your license, but it does take a lot more to be good at it. Another con, there's also a lot of legal and contract work. Now, the good news is not all roles require that, and once you scale, you can delegate those tasks. But in the short run, you're going to have to deal with all that, so that's something to be aware of if you're super extroverted and can't sit still for long. And lastly, you're dealing with a lot of risk, right? You're dealing with people's, their biggest decisions that they're probably ever going to make is to buy or sell that house. But if you make a mistake, then you're in trouble. You can be sued, you can be fined, you can lose your license, and all your work has been for nothing. Now, I don't want to scare you, but you have to be very careful and detail-oriented if you're going to be a real estate professional. So make sure you understand the risks and you have the right systems in place to mitigate them. Okay, I hope those didn't scare you because I think there are plenty of pros that make up for the cons of being a real estate professional. Like I said, I think it's a great industry to be in, so let's talk about the pros now. First pro, limitless potential. You can scale your income as high as you want. Your normal W-2 job is going to cap you at a certain amount and you can only grow a few percent per year. As a real estate agent, you may see more of a hockey stick. You start off really slow, you don't see much growth, and then all of a sudden, you just ramp up super high, and all of a sudden you're making way more than you ever could at your W-2 job. Number two, you have control over your business, your schedule, the clients that you take on. You're running your own thing. So a lot of control there. Now, of course, you do have to have self-discipline. You have to know how to manage your time and run a business well. You have to learn how to do taxes, but you have so much more control than you would otherwise. 3, if you're interested in investing and growing your wealth, which you absolutely should be, then being a real estate professional is an amazing way to learn the industry, to build connections, and to learn how real estate works. It's actually crazy how many real estate agents are so close to real estate, but they don't invest in it themselves. They'll work with investors, they'll be involved in all these transactions, and they still won't go take action. Number 4 is, as a real estate professional, it's all about communication and building relationships. So you're building up this massive network of people so you can earn those referral fees, you can find off-market deals, you can find opportunities that you otherwise wouldn't have. Okay, last pro, and this isn't a direct advantage to you, but it's so important to me. It's the reason why I love real estate. It's because you are at the heart of the biggest decisions that people are going to make, so you really get to make a difference in the lives of others. You get to be with them when they sell their house and go buy their dream home. You get to be with them when they come across the deal that's going to change their finances. To me, there's just nothing more fulfilling. Alright, so those were the pros and the cons of getting into real estate. Now I have a small list of questions that you can ask yourself to help better determine if real estate is right for you. Do you like working with people? Are you good at communicating with others? Do you enjoy being around people? Can you deal with emotions? Are you empathetic? Can you stay organized and focus? Are you self-driven, or do you need someone else to tell you what to do? How much are you looking to make? Do you need something that's scalable or something that's steady? How much time and other resources do you have to invest and continually invest into real estate? Are you flexible? Are you available? Will you be able to be there when it matters? And lastly, just be honest with yourself. If you go through all the work of getting your license, will you actually use it? So what about if I've answered all these questions, I've thought about the pros and the cons, and maybe I've even found something within real estate that I would love to do. So what are my next steps? Here's how the process went for me. I started with the online education. You can take it in person, but it's much cheaper online, and you can go at your own pace. Okay, once you complete your courses, then you can move on to scheduling your exam and getting fingerprints. The exam that I scheduled has two portions. One is state and one is national specific. They are both rolled into the same exam. You do one and then the other. I walked in, took me a few hours. I walked out, they printed out my results, and they had two papers, both for state and national. Both say pass. It's a pass or fail situation, so you don't really know how you did. You just know whether you passed or not. And then I had two more things that I had to do. First of all, I needed to select a broker. Now, I would suggest during that whole process that you're interviewing, you're figuring out what you want to do in real estate and making those connections so that once you have your license, you can get onboarding started right away. The second thing that I needed to do before the entire process was complete was sign up for my local MLS board so I could be an actual realtor, access the MLS, and go to listings. Now, I honestly underestimated how expensive this would be. Right off the bat, within 2 months, I spent $1,000 just to be a part of the MLS. I thought it would be about $700 or $800 all in all to become a real estate agent, and boy was I wrong. It was about double that after I got that phone call. Just make sure that you're ready, you're going to use your license, you're going to get to work, and don't get your license if you're not ready to get started for another few months or a year, because it's not worth the recurring costs that you're going to have to, maintain your license with. I hope that this video gave you, a clear idea of what it's like to become a real estate agent, how to get your license, how the whole process works. If you have any questions about the process or about how to be a good real estate agent or other side hustles that you can do in real estate, then I want you to leave a comment down below and I'll be happy to respond. If you found this video helpful, as always, please leave a like and support my channel. If you haven't subscribed, I'll be here every single Friday bringing you content about real estate and side hustles and money hacks. So go ahead and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so that you don't miss a video. Down below in the description, I'm going to leave some links for the coursework that I took online and some other material that'll help you learn about being a real estate agent and getting started. Now, I will see you here next Friday morning. I hope you guys have a great week, and as always, optimize your wealth, maximize your life. See ya.